is up, dummies? Well, just like in Fellowship of the Ring, Sean Payton has now assembled his own little crew to go and take on Sauron, otherwise known around these parts as the Kansas City Chiefs. While almost the entire coaching staff has changed since last year, today I'm going to be focusing on our new coordinators, including our new offensive coordinator, our new special teams coordinator, and our new and very familiar defensive coordinator. Let's go. First off, we have Joe Lombardi, our new offensive coordinator. Now, what could be more of a Super Bowl is in our future sign than hiring the grandson of the man who the Super Bowl trophy is named after? That delusional victory hope is just, it's come right back. I was sane for about a couple weeks and now I have hope again, so I'm screwed. Mr. Lombardi has a total of 16 years of coaching experience, and 12 of those years have been with Sean Payton. They are thick as thieves, is what they say. He started as the assistant coach for the Atlanta Falcons in 2006, and after that he started his time with the Saints, first as the offensive assistant and then as the quarterbacks coach. The year he became the quarterbacks coach, that is the year the Saints went to the Super Bowl. Coincidence? I think it could be, but I'll go with not. During Joe's time as the Saints quarterbacks coach, Drew Brees set multiple passing records, including passing more than 5,000 yards in a season 4 times, and setting a record at the time for the most passing yards in a single season. After the Saints, he got his first offensive coordinator job with the Lions, which was short-lived, then had his third stint with Sean Payton in 2016, again as the quarterbacks coach. Now, the last 2 seasons, he has been with the Los Angeles Chargers as their offensive coordinator. During his time there, the Chargers were a top 10 offense in yards, 5th in points scored in 2021, 13th in points scored in 2022, and quarterback Justin Herbert threw for more than 10,000 yards in 2 years and had 63 touchdowns. Sure, earlier this year he got let go from the Chargers, but Sean Payton is going to be calling the plays for the Denver Broncos. So, is this Lombardi hire more for his quarterback coaching talent? Who knows? But basically, we're getting secret intel from a man who has spent the last 2 years on enemy territory. We're getting like next level spy reporting, you know, on the inside. Move over, James Bond. Joe Lombardi is here, and he wants his martini shaken, not stirred. That played out a lot cooler in my mind than how it came out, but so be it. So be it. Next, we've got our new special teams coordinator, Ben Katwika. Ben Katwika. Woo, that's hard. Why is that so hard? Katwika. / assistant head coach Mike Westhoff. And basically, Ben has a title of special teams coordinator, but he is going to be overseen by Mike. I'll explain here in a second. Basically, Payton is saying all hands on deck in order to revamp this special teams, who was 28th in field goal percentage, dead last in average starting field position, and dead last in kick return average. I mean, if our special teams wasn't ranked last in a category this season, they were in the bottom 5 easy. Katwika spent last season as the assistant special teams coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. He's had a total of 15 years of coaching experience, and he's also coached with teams such as the New York Jets, the Washington Commanders, the Atlanta Falcons, and then Minnesota. His statistics as a coach, to be honest, none of them really jumped out in a good way. Basically, he has a title of special teams coordinator, but essentially he's just again an assistant special teams coordinator, which he's already been doing because Mike Westhoff is heading it up, right? But they already did this when they were with the Jets, so they got the flow. They know what's up. This bro some has broed before, is what I'm saying. The bros. Mike and Ben, the bros, have broed before. So, who is Mike Westhoff? This guy has been in the NFL since 1986. Almost 40 years of coaching experience. And it all started with the Miami Dolphins as their special teams coordinator. Now, he stayed there for nearly 20 years until he moved on to be the Jets special teams coordinator. And that's where he worked with Ben, remember? Got that. The bros. Then in 2017 is when he came on to the Saints as their special teams coordinator, and obviously connects him with Sean Payton. Now, Mike is widely respected in the league as a veteran coach, and he is coming back to the NFL to try and help Payton turn this team around. Oh, and did I mention that Mike just turned 75 years old? It's almost 7 and I want to go to bed, and this guy's coaching NFL games. NFL teams. It's not just a Sunday thing. It's like every day. Oh my God. 75. God bless you, Mike. What's your secret? Tell me. Ugh. Last, but certainly not least, in terms of shock value, Vance Joseph. Now, if you're new to this Denver Broncos fandom train, welcome. Glad you're here. You might be wondering, hey, who is this guy? Well, let's just take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Vance actually started his coaching career at none other than CU Boulder. He started as a graduate assistant and then moved on to be their defensive backs coach. But his first NFL defensive coaching position was with the Houston Texans as their defensive backs coach under head coach Gary Kubiak. Small world it is, ain't it? After the Texans, he went to Cincinnati as their defensive backs coach, and finally got his first shot at being a defensive coordinator with the Miami Dolphins in 2016. Now, he was only there one season, and in that one season, the Dolphins got to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. That's good, right? And after that performance, the Denver Broncos were like, hey, we want you. And so he came on over and took over Gary Kubiak, who had to step down for health reasons, and the Super Bowl winning, world champ winning Denver Broncos. So let me set the scene. Vibes were high. We just won the SB, baby. Nothing can take us down. Vance won his coaching debut 24-21 over the Los Angeles Chargers. What? No one can stop us. World champs. Let's go. No, not at all. If only we knew what was to come. His first year, we ended the season with a 5-11 record, and his next year with a 6-10 record. The first time we've had back-to-back losing seasons since 1972. Little did we know this was the start of a very tumultuous and rocky road ahead. And not the tasty kind. Oh no, one can only wish. So Vance was let go of the Denver Broncos head coach after 2 seasons, and that is when he became the defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals, which is where he's been at since he came back to the Broncos. So let's look at what has transpired from 2019 until now with little VJ, shall we? Well, not a lot of great things if we're gonna be honest. I mean, the Cardinals actually ended with a worse record than the Denver Broncos last year. And their defense was second to last in the NFL in regards to points scored per game. His defenses in Arizona ranked mostly in the bottom half of the league for all 4 years he was there. Now, was this all Vance's fault? No. I mean, you got injuries and bad offenses and other stuff that we don't need to blame Vance for. But do I understand this hire? I can say with confidence, I do not. I don't understand it. Which brings me to my hot take of the day. Hot take. None of us know more than Sean Payton because none of us have been a head coach in the NFL. Actually, if you're a head coach and you're watching Broncos for Dummies, thank you. I am honored. I take that back. You know more. But as for the rest of you, none of us know more than Sean Payton. And Payton hired these coordinators for a reason. For that reason, I don't know. But I've got to trust the guy. And I've got to give them all a chance. Especially Vance Joseph. So it's time, Broncos country, that we put all our support behind them. Because that's how we're going to win. Because if we're upset about a hire, that does no one no good. And we want good. Looking back at 2022's coaching hires, we were all stoked. We were like, you know what? This is it. This is the formula. We've got this. And this year, we're all sort of like, what's going on? Interesting. Okay, so maybe is doubt what we need? And we have a lot of doubt this year. Is doubt the secret ingredient to the Broncos having a winning season? I don't doubt it. Right? What are your thoughts of these new hires? Lots of new fresh faces around Broncos country, so lots to talk about. And especially, could this be the redemption story of Vance Joseph? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, Broncos country, signing off. I gotta think of a better tagline, you know? Signing off. Maybe I should hire Russell Wilson's PR team. How about that? Worked out well for him.